Let the kids play!
He was absolutely devastated when he heard the news. And, it was only through time and through help from his friends and us that he's able to cope now.
Parents and coaches are angry about the grade 10 basketball team from Kitsilano Secondary School being disqualified from the Vancouver City Championship. This after winning a quarterfinal game. The team's coach says they were disqualified by the Vancouver Secondary Schools Athletic Association because they had had a player join the team after transferring from a private school to a public school closer to home. According to the association's transfer rules, athletes can't compete on a team for 1 year after moving schools. The coach says they paid fees and appealed the ruling but were denied, so they removed the player. They only found out they were disqualified at the end of their competition season.
I'm literally walking into a mental health crisis right now. I have to go tell 14 kids their hopes and dreams are done. I don't understand why I'm not getting any support from this other than this is the ruling. It's 15-year-old neighborhood kids playing basketball at their community school, and there was no investigative process done to understand the actuality of the situation. And I do understand the rule. I don't recruit kids. I didn't know this kid.
The Vancouver School Board tells City News after the Kitsilano junior boys basketball team was notified that a player was ineligible and told of the actions required to address the situation by BC School Sports, no actions were taken. The Vancouver Secondary Schools Athletic Association and BC School Sports were made aware of the team's eligibility violation on the evening of February 15. VSSAA then made the decision to withdraw the team from the playoff tournament hosted at Kitsilano Secondary to ensure all schools and teams have a fair opportunity to play and compete.
I can understand the poor kid not playing, but then to punish the entire team and the school and the tournament and take out one of the best competitors, I think is a pretty harsh reaction to something that was a mistake.
The executive director of BC School Sports was not involved in the decision-making, but says the one-year exemption rule is to prevent coaches from stacking teams with players they recruit from other schools.
It's trying to disincentivize athletically motivated transfers and sort of protect the integrity of school sport and sort of the core purpose of, you go to school and you compete for that school that you are enrolled at. And that's sort of that primary purpose. And so, the movement between schools, the transfer exceptions that we have that allow students to play without staying out a year are really based on a necessity or circumstance and not necessarily a choice.
But Paul hopes the administration will change their minds about the disqualification.
I think people forget that, it's a game, right? We want all the games to get all the kids involved in it and have fun with it and then roll with it. So, the more kids participating in sports and, all the better.
In Vancouver, Sarah Chu, City News.